And the verse is like, when I look at you, all I see is one beautiful girl. So, really dynamic, very breathy breath, a lot of breath going into that record. And this is pretty much how the Apollo sounds with the Norman U87. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my home studio. I'm Archie Beatz, and I am here to help. And today, we're adding a new member to the family, the Universal Audio Apollo Twin X Quad. You guys know yearly I always do a home studio tour and a portable home studio tour with my faithful Apple G Duet. Don't worry guys, my 10-year-old Apple G Duet Firewire is still in good condition, but hey, it's time for an upgrade because I want pretty much the same system I have at home, which is the Universal Audio Apollo 8 Quad. I wanted to have kind of like that same Universal Audio sound, that same conversion, same quality, same kind of setup, the console setup on my MacBook Pro. I can just run around with my iMac. So I decided to invest in a Universal Audio Apollo Twin X Quad, which is a very powerful desktop audio interface. But before we get started, if you guys are interested in anything that you've seen in my home studio, be sure to click below because I am an Amazon influencer and I have other gear on there that could possibly help you on your creative journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and give me a thumbs up, y'all. I really do appreciate you guys. I deal with the Apollo X rack mount and I'm sold on it. This one has the same mechanics as that. There's not really a big difference other than it's in desktop form and a few other features, the rack shape and all of that. When investing in an audio interface, you want to get something that fits your workflow, that actually fits your budget. It has enough inputs for what you're doing. If you're recording drums, then obviously you want something with more inputs. And if you can invest in a Universal Audio Apollo, I would say do it. It's an interface that I've been using for all of the work that I've worked on, from the television show to the T-Mobile commercial to EPs to all of my songs in the last 4 years. I've recorded on the Apollo. I've either recorded on the Apollo 8 or the Apollo X. So I decided to invest in a little baby so we can get this baby rolling. So today, guys, we're gonna break this video up into 3 sections. We're gonna highlight some key highlights that I feel will help you guys on picking out a great audio interface. Even if you don't invest in this, these key highlights is what I feel is important when buying an audio interface. And the next section of the video is the actual unboxing. And you guys are gonna see what comes in a box and pretty much self-explanatory. And after that, we're gonna actually do an audio test with the audio interface. Clean vocals, none of the Universal Audio plugins, just the Unison Pre. What we're gonna do is an audio test through my expensive Norman U87 microphone and my inexpensive AT2020, which is around $100. And we're gonna see how the Apollo fares out with both of these microphones. Let's go ahead and get to the steak and potatoes of this video. Unless you're vegan, we're getting to the cauliflower. The first is the connectivity. You don't want to buy an audio interface and your computer doesn't have the proper connectivity or connection to it. This audio interface is a Thunderbolt 3. And if you don't have Thunderbolt 3, they have adapters for Thunderbolt 2 and 1 that you can actually connect to it, and there is no problem. I've done it before. Even at radio, I've done it at radio. With the Apollo XAP going into my MacBook, and it worked out just fine. There was no lagging, no discrepancy with audio. It was just absolutely perfect. So Thunderbolt 3 is this audio interface connection. Thunderbolt 3, guys. The next thing is the inputs and the outputs, the I/O. Whenever you guys see the I/O, that's the input and the output. The Universal Audio Apollo Twin X actually comes with 10 input. This is not 10, it's 2. It has 2 Unison Pre's on those inputs, and also you have an optical input connection so you can do up to 8 channels. As far as the outputs, the Apollo is equipped with 6 outputs. And at the front, you have 1 headphone jack. And one thing that I really love about this Apollo versus my previous generation, my Apollo 8 Quad, is that this Apollo has an integrated talkback system. That's gonna be really convenient. I use talkback all the time on a C24 or an SSL or a console. When I'm using a console, I'm going to use talkback. I'm gonna run around the room into the booth, talk to the artist. You can just do it right there by just pressing a button and setting up your proper inputs and outputs so they can receive that signal, guys. Like, so the talkback is already there, which is pretty awesome. I'm loving that fact. Now we want to talk about the A to D conversion. This is an elite class of A to D conversion. They have upgraded from my previous Apollo, which I'm excited about. It's always good to have some sort of upgraded gear in your studio. Using the Apollo XAP me for about a year. I noticed that there's a speed difference when the console is starting up and certain when you're adding the universal audio plugins. I noticed there's a slight difference, and I'm sure that if we were basing it on or measuring it at computer speed, there would be a huge difference. The conversion resolution is 24-bit, 192K. That's pretty standard in the professional world, so we are excited about that. So guys, let's get to the unboxing. And the crazy thing about having this magnificent, wonderful Apollo Twin X quad is that I really don't upgrade or buy audio interfaces. I do it every 10 years, to be honest, and I'm just so excited to open this baby up and get to work and get to traveling and cascading everything in my studio with it. The Apollo Twin X quad. So this is this baby, and the box is of course super heavy. It looked like it got banged up a little bit in shipping, but we're not complaining, right? Complaining don't do us any good, you know? Waiting on my drop to happen. Oh, it has two sides to it. I'm just too excited, guys. Let me take my wedding ring off. Wife, don't get mad at me. I don't want to bang on the interface and tear it up. So, and I don't want to cut anything because I'm really nervous. This interface costs a hefty price tag of $1,400. Like I said, I don't do audio interfaces that often. The last audio interface I bought for my home studio, was my Apollo 8 quad, which was in 2015. But here it is, guys. We popped it open. Whoa, there's my new baby. My new travel pal, my road dog, other than my wife, the Apollo Twin X quad. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she lovely? The shiny aluminum tough metal build case right here is sitting right here in front of us. This is it, guys. The beautiful universal audio Twin X. The build is, I don't have anything other to say than just heavy duty. It feels like it's gonna make a lot of noise with all the vents and but that's cool. That's cool. I can see the circuit board at the back. I'm excited. Whoa, this is beautiful. Look at the inputs and the outputs at the back and the Thunderbolt 3 connection, the optical in 12-volt DC direct current, and there's those nice unison pre's. That's tough in there. Nothing loose, nothing wiggles. This is perfect, guys. And let's sit her to the side because they want you to see her first. And here is the getting started. This is the most important. These are the must reads right here before powering and going on to something else. And here is, I guess these are the nice little goodies in here. Let's get this open, and we are open now. And this is the power brick, what brings the current to it to make it the pretty lights and the device works. There it is right there, brick. Let's see if we have a cable in here. Comes with it. There it goes. That's the cable, and the Thunderbolt is sold separately, but I do have this plugged into it. I do have the Thunderbolt 3 to the adapter that's gonna go to my iMac. My iMac is still Thunderbolt 2, but we're about to make that connection and see how this baby sounds, man. This is my beautiful baby, man. My new road dog, my new dependable audio interface, my Universal Audio Apollo Twin X, and we're going to get right to it. Check. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Now this, guys, is the AT2020, and as you guys can hear, the microphone sounds absolutely fantastic going through the Apollo Twin X. And let me give you guys a bit of the setup on how we accomplish a good vocal recording and a good vocal test. First of all, I'm standing about 6 inches away from the actual diaphragm. That's not including the pop filter right here. And we have an Aston Halo, and the headphones are closed back so your headphones won't bleed into your recording. And these headphones are the Focal Listen Pros. These are great headphones, slightly a little expensive, but they get the job done. So let's start with a talk test. I have a pretty deep voice. I actually hear, you guys are gonna hear it. I hear the difference between this microphone and the 87, but this microphone sounds absolutely fantastic to be $99, $100. It's actually pretty great. And I'm gonna level it out as much as possible. And also, guys, don't forget my room has London 12s and bass traps and also a Stratus Cloud post it up. Let's get back in focus here. So what we're going to do is we done did the talk test. You guys hear how it sounds with a talking vocal. You can use this for a rap reference of whatnot, with the exception of the iambic pentameter, the rhythmic pattern. But let's go ahead and first we're recording in Pro Tools as well. So I have a song called Nobody Gotta Know. It's a pretty dynamic song, and I think it would be a great test so you guys can hear how these microphones sound. Notice my head is tilted as well. Good studio etiquette, good studio practice. So the song, the hook is like, nobody gotta know, nobody gotta know, woo, woo. Really dynamic. And the verse is very breathy and very dynamic. When I look at you, all I see is one beautiful girl. So it's very breathy, really dynamic. And this is guys, this microphone sounds great going into the Apollo Twin X. The Apollo Twin X is actually a great audio interface. You can get away with a budget microphone with the Apollo Twin X. That's crazy. Let's get over to the 87. So basically right now, this is how the Apollo Twins sound. Now let's talk about the setup here. Right now, this is my Norman U87. And keep in mind, guys, this is how the Apollo sound with no unison preamp, just going directly into the Apollo. And my room does have London 12s in them. So in it, rather. And this is how the microphone sound. As you guys can hear, it sounds great with the Apollo Twin X. So the Twin X, this is the conversion of it, guys. And this is awesome. So some vocals, I have a song called Nobody Gotta Know, and it's a pretty dynamic record. It goes like, basically, let me give you guys just a little snippet of the most dynamic part. Nobody gotta know, nobody gotta know, woo, woo. And the verse is like, when I look at you, all I see is one beautiful girl. So really dynamic, very breathy breath, a lot of breath going into that record. And this is pretty much how the Apollo sounds with the Norman U87. Well, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. The Universal Audio Apollos are a great line of audio interfaces. They are my favorite, just being honest with you guys. They fit my workflow so well. And if you find something that fits your workflow so well, don't change, don't detour from it, stick with it, learn the most about it, and get the most out of what you have, especially if it fits your workflow. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. There are plenty more videos coming out. We have microphone videos, audio interface videos. We are rolling, guys. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Archie Beatz. I do follow my people back. They will tell you in the comments below. Just ask them. My folks, I follow my folks back because we want to build a great audio ecosystem. So let's continue to do that. You guys are awesome. This is your boy Archie Beatz, and I'm signing off.